So the V coming down is basically the design phase. V going up is basically the testing phase. And V, the connection point, we say it as the integration phase. This is the simple definition of a V model. And this V model, of course, starts with the concept and planning and ends with the production and support. What really does the V model has during the design and testing phase? Once the concept is being prepared and the planning has been done, you have to first start making the requirements of the product. So I'm going to sell the passenger car. I'm taking a passenger car in this case. Many requirements. It has to pass some certification test. Only then it can be sold in a particular market. Then it should meet the customer's requirement. For example, I'm selling a car in India, and my target is, let's say, a small hatchback with low cost. So my target will be the family audience mainly. So the family people who are 4 or 5 members in a family will try to find buy this car. So what is their basic expectation? The cost should be less, the comfort level should be so and so, the performance level should be so and so. Whatever is there should come in the requirements phase. So this, based on this requirements, I should plan for the design. That is the main intention of this requirements phase. So once the design plan is made, it has to be made into a system design. So my automotive, any passenger car has different systems to be assembled together into a final car. So this system level design should be conducted at first. Of course, it is not so easy to design even a single system. It requires a lot of technical knowledge and skill to design a system level product. So this system design should be done as a second step, and then component design. So each system will have multiple components in it. For example, you have a steering system. The steering system, the only component you see visibly is your steering wheel. But there are many other parts which are controlling your steering system, your steering from the steering wheel until your tires. There will be a steering column, there will be steering gears. So there are many parts involved in it, which have to be detailedly modeled. So that will be the component design. So once you design how your system should look like, then comes the detailed design of your each system. So once you do the detailed design, of course, you do the implementation, you do the integration, integrate all these components into a single design, a single system, and integrate all this system into a single product. That we do here. And then there is another phase in this testing element, starting with the component testing. Of course, component testing is same as what the component is being designed individually, that has to be tested. And integration testing. After integrating each component into a system, single system, it has to be tested. Each system has to be tested individually. And after each system is tested individually, this system will be again integrated into a final passenger car. So that final validation will happen here. If you see simply, you can divide this whole V model into 4 steps. One is product design and testing. Second is system design and testing. Third is component design and testing. Final is integration. This is how it usually works. So a V model usually has a parallel testing and design and testing conducted together. You need not wait for the design to complete and then go for the testing at the end. You do it hand on hand. How is it possible? Because once you design the component level part, you can do the testing immediately and then proceed for the system design, system integration. So once the system integration is done, then you go for the final validation. So you can integrate the testing within each segment so that your final product will not have much surprises of not meeting the customer requirement. A typical example of the automobile development for each step. At first, the requirements should be captured in terms of drawing or the concept, whatever you develop. You decide what are all the systems you should involve. For example, I'm producing a high-end car for Benz or Audi. Apart from the conventional car requirement, basic steering system, brake system, apart from this, you may need additional safety features. For example, you have a whiplash system which is not available in the basic cars. And there are many other features which are not available in basic cars but available only in high-end cars. So those level of system requirements will be captured here. And after that, each system will be designed. So here you can see the suspension system being displayed here. There are many other systems which have to be individually designed. So we have to decide what should be the configuration of each system in this step. Followed that, in this system, what is the components, what are all the components involved and how the detailed design of each component should look like. And once this is done, the same component will be tested or validated to digitally or physically to confirm whether this detailed design is meeting the customer requirement. Once this is confirmed, going to the system level testing in line with the system level design. So once this is also done, integrate all the systems together and go for the final validation. Just imagine if you don't do these two at first. If you design all these and if you don't do these two at first, you are waiting for only the final product design at the end, you may see a lot of surprise and there will be the final result you see will have a lot of complexities to solve. So basically, automobile development is already a complex structure, already a complex product development. You don't want to make it more complex by avoiding these steps at first. So this is the intention of using the V model. There are other models also involved in product development. To be specific, there is another model called waterfall model, but it follows a sequential development, which is good for software development, not for the automobile.